Oh, okay. This is what it's like to drive a Mark II Focus ST or any Mark II Focus at night with the stock headlights. That's right, you may as well be blind. Now luckily there is a solution, and the guys over at Auxito LED have been kind enough to send me over some D1 bulbs as a direct replacement for the factory xenons. So per pair they are 24,000 lumens. They have a cool white colour temperature of 6,000 K, so they're going to be nice and crisp. And also they have turbos. Well, they have a 12,000 RPM turbo cooling fan to keep them cool, but it sounds pretty good to say they have turbos. And like I said, they are a direct replacement, so we should just be able to take the old ones out, plug these in, and they work straight off the bat. So we'll get the stock headlights out and then start fitting the bulbs. So with the bonnet open, the headlights are super easy to remove. There's just one bolt on the top. Push the little tab down and slide it out. Then disconnect the wiring. As you can see, I do have custom headlights, but they do still have the factory projectors and bulbs, so it's the same process as completely stock ones. It does have D1S stamped on the back, so these are the bulbs we'll be replacing with the LEDs. First thing to do is remove the dust cover and reveal the stock xenon bulb. It is only held in with one retaining ring and also has one wire that needs to be unplugged, so it's super simple to remove. You can unplug it with your hands, but I used a screwdriver, which was a lot easier. There is a case around the connector which just opens up, so you definitely need the screwdriver for that. With that opened up, it can still be quite tricky to unplug it, so I quickly took the ballast off from underneath to give myself more access. It's just 4 bolts and then 2 electrical connectors. With the ballast removed, it's much easier to reach into the headlight and unplug the bulb. And then to get the bulb out, just simply push the tab on the retaining ring so it turns, and that will release the bulb. We can then unbox the new Auxito bulbs. They supply some delicate gloves to protect the bulbs, which is a nice touch. Also included is a user manual with instructions on how to fit the bulbs. And then you have the bulbs themselves, nicely packaged and protected. There are the turbo cooling fans I mentioned. Before we can fit the new bulbs, the retaining ring needs to be swapped over from the standard bulb, making sure it goes on in the right orientation. It can then go into the headlight. It's just the opposite of taking the stock one out. Once it's seated properly, just lock it into place by turning the retaining ring. Next up is the wire connecting it to the ballast. I double checked it fully with a screwdriver and closed the case around it. The ballast can then go on next, making sure the plugs are fully seated and the bolts are fully tightened. And finally the cover on the back, and that's the first bulb fitted. Time to get the headlight back onto the car then to give it a test. Plug it in, slide it into position and refit the bolt. So I actually ended up pulling the car as far as I could into the garage and give it the best possible chance to show up the lights. Turn the lights off in the garage as well, go and turn them on, and we'll have a look at the difference. Okay, so again it is a bit harder to tell because it is broad daylight, it's quite a nice sunny day, but as you can see just about on camera, the left one, which we have fitted the new Auxito LED, is a lot cleaner. It is a lot crisper and a lot more of a white colour, which will show up brighter at night. I will obviously get some clips comparing the two at night just to give you a clear indication, and then we can start fitting the other one and do a full comparison with both of them fitted. So here are the two bulbs. We have the stock xenon on the left and the new Auxito LED on the right. As you can see, the new LED is much crisper and the 6000K cool white shines much brighter. With the comparison of the two bulbs done, I can now get fitting the second Auxito bulb so we can get the full effect. While the second bulb is being fitted, I did just want to mention something else about the Auxito bulbs, and that is the price. As you can see on screen, the Auxito D1 bulbs are only £68 per pair, and comparing that to another well-known brand, the difference is huge. You could buy 2 pairs of Auxito LEDs for the price of the others. They also have a large range of H7 LED bulbs as an upgrade for factory halogen bulbs if yours doesn't have xenons. If you're interested in getting yourself some Auxito LED bulbs, please use my link in the description below, as it will help the channel out massively. With the second bulb in, it's time to get the headlight back onto the car and give them a test. And here is the finished product. The new LEDs are so much brighter and crisper. Like I mentioned earlier, the cool white colour is a lot sharper than the factory xenons, and they really do light up the road. And here is what it looks like driving at night. Overall a massive improvement, and I'm very happy with them. So there we have it then, that is the Auxito LED bulbs fitted. I am super happy with them. A big shout out to Auxito for sending those over for me to test. Again, I'm super happy with them, especially for the price point. You cannot go wrong with them. They are a huge upgrade over the factory xenons. And like I mentioned, if you are fitting them for replacements for the halogens, even bigger of a difference. So definitely worth it in my eyes. Please use the link below in the description if you want to get yourself some. It will help the channel out massively. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.